In this video, we're going to be looking at the theories you guys have about the Dream SMP. The community has came up with some amazing things that might happen on the server, and we're going to be looking through it and discuss it. So make sure you watch till the end of the video so you don't miss out on anything, because some of these theories may come true and you don't want to miss them. Make sure you've dropped a like on the video, and if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers, that is my main goal, so if you can help us out, that'd be so appreciated. Anyway, let's get into it. So 12 hours ago, I released a community post saying I'm going to make a video on your guys' theories. Make sure you drop your theory down below. It can be about the potential war, who will win the war, who will be next to join the server, etc. And this is what you guys responded with. Next we have Technology saying Techno will probably say blood during the war at some point, which is definitely true, he will be saying that. Next we have I think Schlatt and Techno will start a war against Dream, and Tommy and Wilbur will join Dream to get revenge on Schlatt. Now this sounds all good, but I just don't see Techno swapping sides at the moment. He seems to be very like friends with Tommy and Wilbur, and last stream Techno helped Tommy kidnap Antfrost, so I just don't see him changing sides all of a sudden to fight Dream, seeing as Dream actually helped them out at the start as well, but I like the theory. Next we have I feel like after the war, Techno will either take over Pucktopia and rename it to Pigtopia, or create his own kingdom, which really does sound possible, to be honest. I feel like Techno's not going to hang around on the server for ages if there's no war going on or anything like that, because if you haven't watched my video ages ago talking about whether he's going to be joining, he said that he would only join if there's something in the storyline which he could add to, and if the war is all over, maybe him creating his own kingdom and then going after other people, starting wars on everybody, could be a possibility. Next we have Schlatt will lose everything. Since Bad Boy Halo is Quackity's son, Bad Boy Halo will take over the SMP, because they will probably manipulate Tommy into joining them because they have Tommy's disc and they need more people to join their rebellion. Also, I'm not 100% sure that Bad Boy Halo is Quackity's son, but I'm pretty sure Bad Boy Halo voted for him for president since Quackity convinced him to. Next we have I believe that unless some people start openly supporting Schlatt, Techno will betray Pucktopia just so it'll be interesting, which again could actually happen just because he wants to do wars and everything. Next we have I'm pretty sure that Techno is going to have to switch sides at some point because he feels too many people are pro Pucktopia and he needs to stab someone. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen, to be honest. He's going to eventually swap sides just because he wants to start wars and everything. It's just kind of a known thing at this point. Next we have Pucktopia defeats the Manberg army in a massive invasion and take back Manberg. Then shortly after the defeat of Manberg, Bad Boy Halo and Skeppy join forces and launch a surprise attack on the weak Manberg. Manberg holds their ground and pushes back the attacking forces. Capturing major amounts of the Dream SMP, a ceasefire will be put into effect and the war will come to an end, with all of Manberg reuniting as one. But hey, that's a theory. Yeah, that does sound likely, and hopefully they do take over Manberg again, and then seeing what Schlatt and everyone will do after they've got Manberg back will be very interesting and hopefully adds more to Dream SMP storyline. Next we have I think that Hermit Crafter might join anonymously through Dream and start a giant empire, or Antarctic Empire will return, hippity hoppity get off my property. Next we have Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo will take over the server and form a dictatorship, which if you haven't watched my last video, that is a very like true statement in a way, because that is basically their plan, take over the server with Tommy and its disc. Next we have I think that Dream will join Pucktopia, Tubbo and Nikki will also join, Dream server will be an all-out war. I also think Tommy will continue to have guests such as Pokimane. The next guest on the Dream SMP at the moment I know of is Pokimane, but let me know down in the comments if you want to see somebody else, like if there's a YouTuber that you want to see on the server, tell me down in the comments and I'll read through them and heart all your comments. Next we have I guess that more people should sub to this guy, and that's a theory. That's a great theory. Boys, subscribe right now. Next we have Skep Halo teams with Pucktopia, then they win and take back Manberg. Then Techno claims Manberg for himself, Skep Halo backstabs Pucktopia and overthrows Wilbur in it. Dream will come in and then be like, I challenge all of you to a 1v1, which is what he's been practicing for other than manhunts, and then Dream will win and then everything will be back to normal, which could be a possibility, but I don't see everything just turning back to normal just because of how much it's changed already. If they went back to normal, I just don't see it working. Next we have I feel like Dream will join Wilbur and Tommy and Techno, which if you didn't know has already slightly happened. As he says in the replies to somebody saying it's already happened, he says no, Dream was asking if he could come, he's not fully in. But Dream said he can't fight for Pucktopia and he has to stay in the shadows. But I assume what this theory is about is Dream coming out of the shadows and fighting alongside them, which will be very good and probably likely to happen. Next we have all I see is Techno going on a rampage, which is just definitely going to happen at some point. Then we have if we are going to consider current sides, Pucktopia, Tommy, Wilbur, Techno, Dream on their side, Nikki, Eric, Tubbo, Bad Boy Halo ready to help and more versus Manberg, Schlatt, No Stun, stuff, faculty, Fundy, and a couple more people, do I even need to say why this is currently an unfair war? Which does make sense, and I believe that somebody is going to be swapping sides at some point. Maybe Technoblade, or maybe someone else. I think Eric's going to get a redemption arc, Technoblade is going to betray Pucktopia, and some new people will join the SMP and join Manberg's side, since they are a bit of a disadvantage if war breaks out. Which again, it's probably going to happen. Next we have my theory is that Technoblade is going to join Skeppy and Bad, and they are going to rise to power. Which is actually like a very good theory as well. If Technoblade does seem to join Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo, they'll probably be on top for a bit. Next we have my theory is that Schlatt will be overthrown by Tommy and Wilbur. Maybe Dream will help too. And after that, there'll be a power struggle for who will control Manberg. Dream or maybe even Techno might want to take over Manberg, I don't know. And if Tommy and Wilbur regain control, then they will name it back to Manberg. I'm not really sure where Fundy, Tubbo, Techno and everyone else fits into all of this. After that war is over, there'll probably be a period of peace between the nations, till someone else joins the SMP and messes things up again. Who could that be? I don't know. Maybe an old school Minecraft YouTuber like Captain Sparkles or Dan TDM. I think that's a great theory as well. It does kind of make sense that Wilbur and Tommy will eventually get control of Manberg again. It's just a matter of time. And I like the idea of the old school YouTubers coming into the SMP like Captain Sparkles and Dan TDM. As we know, Tubbo and Captain Sparkles, they're great friends. So maybe he could get in the server soon, who knows. Next we have Technoblade will continue to dominate and eventually reform the Antarctic Empire, which would be good, but I just don't see that happening really. Like, I don't think he's going to form the Antarctic Empire, but he'll create something else on the server. Next we have my theory is that Techno will betray Tommy and Wilbur because he wants war. Give out secrets like Tubbo being on their side. Schlatt's side will become more powerful, then so to overthrow them, Wilbur and Tommy will need to get Dream, and this is where Dream comes in and teams with them and saves them, etc, etc. They get Manberg back and Schlatt gets banned again. I think that Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo will exploit the Pucktopians via the use of Tommy's disc and force them to work for Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo. I think Sapnap and Carl will pretend to side with the Pucktopians and maybe even help them win the war, but then overthrow them after they defeat Schlatt. Then Dream would probably start getting involved and actively help Pucktopia take Sapnap and Carl down. He may also try and trade for Tommy's disc back from Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo around this time, and maybe even give it back to Tommy as a show of his support for Pucktopia. And as Bad Boy Halo and Sapnap seems to be enemies, him and Skeppy may try to take Manberg from Sapnap and Carl, but I doubt they fight with the Pucktopians. I think that would be a fitting end to the story, hopefully with Bad Boy Halo and Skeppy reinstating Tommy and Wilbur's citizenship, as they don't seem like they would rule as tyrants. Pucktopians would probably respect Bad Boy Halo and Skeppy as the new government of Manberg and try not to rebel against it. I think that's a really good theory, but in my opinion, I don't think Bad Boy Halo and Skeppy are really going to become the government or anything like that. I think that just because it's two of them against so many other people on each side, it's going to be insanely hard for them to do, even if they've got the disc. But that's just my thoughts. And I think that's all we're going to be looking at. Make sure you drop some theories down below, and if you enjoy this video, we might do an episode 2. So if you're dropping your theories down in the comments, I might use your theories in the next video. Make sure you've dropped a like, subscribe if you're new, because we're trying to get 100,000 subscribers, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.